I was watching the new series of Married at First Sight UK last night. We're now on series 6, episode 1. And the thought come to me to do a review on this series. So here I am. First time doing any type of review. Please bear with me, but I'm sure it'll be quite entertaining. In this new series, we have 8 couples. And one of the couples being a gay couple. So starting with our first 2 couples, we have Nikita and Anthony, and also Megan and Bob. Let me start with Miss Nikita. Oh, I don't know where to start with this young lady. The first thing she said when being interviewed on this first episode was that she's not shallow. Her exact words were, "I'm not shallow, but at the end of the day, you can't shag a personality." Oh, I don't even know where to begin. She is as shallow as hell. She's loud. Oh my God, she's loud. She doesn't stop talking. All she does is chitter-chatter, chitter-chatter, chitter-chatter. I don't even know how I'm going to do this series of reviews if I'm going to have to hear her. We haven't even started yet, and I've already got a headache. She's the type of person that's going to bring fire to this episode because she doesn't stop talking. These type of reality shows have to have somebody of that nature, and she's definitely the one for this series. I can see a lot of arguments happening because of her. Watch and tell me I didn't tell you so. She's all about image, as she mentioned. She describes herself as not a plastic Barbie doll. Then she goes on to list the different types of surgeries that she's had. The list was endless. This girl is delusional. And when she sat down with the matchmaker to describe her ideal guy, everything she stated or listed was aesthetically. All about the image, the build, the height, the eyes, the veneers. Yes, veneers. You heard me say veneers. And had to have a tan, had to have a broad back, big shoulders, big legs. Oh, I don't know. The list went on. I can't remember it all. But this girl is absolutely delusional. Not once did she bring anything of substance. Everything was all aesthetically. Very shallow, very shallow, very shallow. I really don't know why she's on the show. I really don't. No, then again, let me take back my words. That's what's going to bring in the ratings. She's there to bring in the ratings. She's not looking to get married. She's looking to be seen. Fast forward, when it came to her telling her parents that she was getting married, I'm not surprised by their shock. The dad was a little shocked. The mum was, didn't really say too much. But I suppose she knows her daughter too well. The daughter has her dad wrapped around her little finger. It really wouldn't have mattered what she had said. If Nikita wants that, Nikita gets that. Moving on from Nikita, we're now on to Megan, who is our second lady to be coupled up. I know with her entrance, after meeting Nikita, she was very much like me, thinking, who the hell is she? Nikita needs to quiet. She needs to quiet. She's too loud. She just chats and chats and chats, and it's about me, me, me. I could see the rest of the women were thinking exactly the same. She's overwhelming. And the weirdest thing is, she actually thought everybody liked her. She wasn't able to read the room. Absolutely oblivious. Oof, this is going to be a series to watch. And I'm actually looking forward to it. Because there's some people that need to be put in their place. I remember Nikita asking Megan a question in regards to her dating history, for Megan had mentioned that she hadn't had a relationship. And Nikita went under the belt and asked her, "Oh, so you never shagged anybody yet?" Something of that nature. And I thought to myself, oh my God, if the ground could swallow Megan up. She was not impressed. You've only just met this girl, and this is the type of crap that comes out your mouth. I know Megan was being very diplomatic. I look at Megan, I see myself. So as you can see, there's not much I can say about Megan at the moment, because that conversation was taken over by Nikita. So we didn't get to see much of Megan. But I'm going to wait. I want to see who's the first one. Who is going to be the first one to put her in her place? As you probably already know, you can tell I dislike her. Oh, but I do look at people like her and I think to myself, you come across very bold and brash, but I know underneath you're the most insecure person in that room. I digressed. Let me bring it back to Megan. Megan comes across very bubbly, always got a smile on her face. She comes across as very much a romantic as well. On the series, you could see that she'd been planning her wedding for quite a few years, for she had one of those wedding journals that she kept adding to. And I thought, wow, you've been planning this for a while. So she's very much your fairy tale princess in that way. But I like her. I do like her. She's not out there. She's not pushy. Yeah, slightly subdued. And again, I see myself. Fast forward. When breaking the news about her getting married to her mother, her mother was emotional. She was in shock. She didn't have any words. She picked herself off of the sofa and walked out the room. Mummy had to take a minute. Oh yes, she did. She had to take a minute. Her mother and twin brother both had questions. But at the end of the day, it was down to her. Next we have Ant, or Anthony, who is 28, I believe. Now, my initial thoughts of him, he comes across a little vain, confident, maybe a little arrogant as well. Again, he's another one with a list of requirements in regards to aesthetics, but he wasn't as bad as Nikita. He's also not the type of guy to wear his heart on his sleeve. He was raised with his father and his brother, and what I've gathered is they really didn't talk emotions. They were the type of people that bottled up their emotions growing up. So this is going to be quite interesting to see the combination of him and Nikita, because she's very much about self. And I'm a bit worried about this one. I really am. She's going to be quite overpowering. Even though I did say he was a little vain, I think she's going to definitely overpower this relationship. It's going to be very interesting to watch. Fast forward. When breaking the news to his family about him getting married, I know the dad looked a little concerned. Yeah, he did. But He gave him his blessing anyway. And lastly, we have Robert, who is, I believe, 25, 26. He comes across very nice. I quite like him. A big guy. There's something about him that I find very genuine. He comes across as the sort of, the joker of the pack. A big teddy bear at the same time. Yeah, I like him. Always smiling. He also seems to have a sensitive side, which I do like about him as well. And he's a romantic too. Fast forward. When it came to Bob announcing that he was getting married, he did this with his group of mates. And yeah, no real reaction except for, yeah, mate, good on you. Good job. Pat on the back type of thing. And yeah, that was it really. I can't really say much more. So our first couples that were paired off were Megan and Bob. And I actually see these two going the long haul. I do. I like them both. These two are already one of my favourites. Yep, we started this series on a good note. Fast forward to the wedding day itself, you could see he was very nervous. But I did notice that on his side of the wedding party, all he had were pure men. Where were the women? Tell a lie, he did have a picture of his mother, who passed away when he was 9, I believe, of some form of cancer. So he had a picture of his mother on one of the chairs. But the rest of the party were pure men. And I'm thinking, I know they interviewed a sister, the mother's sister, as part of this series. And I'm thinking to myself, what, she couldn't be there? Very strange. And with Megan's side, there was a mixture of men and women. She also has a twin brother, if I failed to mention that. And he was the one that walked her down the aisle. Well, actually, down the staircase. And when Bob saw her for the first time, you'd think that they were already in love. And that this wasn't the first time that they had met. He did actually get a little teary-eyed, which I thought, yep, she's the one. He was smitten. Oh yes, he was smitten. And they just gelled so well. I'm looking forward to these two. I really am. Fast forward to Nikita and Anthony's wedding day. Awkward. You could cut the air with a knife. How do you have two families on either side of the aisle? They don't even make eye contact. No one speaks. You literally could cut the air with a knife. Don't people have no manners? Her father walked her down the aisle. When they finally reached the groom, her veil got caught somewhere. I can't remember exactly. But the first thing that came out of her mouth was an F word. Hang on. Let me get this straight. You're at a wedding. You've got the groom's side of the family. You've got your side of the family. What type of impression are you setting when the first words that come out of your mouth is an F word? Oh, I can't. The girl has no etiquette. Absolutely embarrassing. You could see that Anthony's dad was not impressed, nor were the rest of his party. I'm just speechless. I have no words. And you can tell this is how she generally talks in front of her parents. In a Caribbean household? Oh, hell no! The whole ceremony was very awkward. You really couldn't hide behind those looks. She wasn't impressed with her groom. He was trying his best to keep a smile on his face, but I'm sure he could see through her fakeness. It's going to be very interesting to see how these two pan out. But I'm not living on hope. So we come to the end of today's review. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.